Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles of GMS. My name is Amnawa Allah, coming at you with another lesson. And I'm continuing this series on Proverbs, the 6th chapter and the 16th verse on down. I kind of forgot about it. Not necessarily forgot, but I was doing other shows, so I want to finish it up. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. We did those. Now we're on feet that be swift into running into mischief. So let's go into that. Feet that be swift to running into mischief. First, let's go right here. Genesis 6th chapter, start from the top. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, and the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all that they chose. Now the sons of God is talking about the children of the Most High, the Israelites, which at this time they weren't being called Israel, which Israel means prince of the power. Yasha Allah, he is the prince of God, or he is the prince of the power. A prince is the son, the power is the Most High. So the sons of God are really referring to Israel, but at this time, the name Israel was not the name that we went by. So the daughters of men, that the sons of the Most High, so the daughters of men, meaning the daughters of the other nations, that they were fair, meaning they were beautiful, and they took them wives of all that they chose. They took them unto wives. They took them as wives unto themselves. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be in 120 years. There were giants in those days. Right? Giants doesn't mean they were actually 800 feet tall. Giants mean they were men of renown. Men of stature, in other words. Not physical stature, but a stature in regards to their recognition. Men of renown, okay? Like the giants of today are like celebrities, for example. Athletes, they're giants. Those are men of renown. Men of recognition. Men of well, that's basically the point. Men of renown. Okay? Now, continuing on, it says, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came in unto the daughters of men, that they bare children to them, and became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. I'm not going to go into the Hebrew, into the Greek on this, because I want the show to be a certain, I'm not going to go into the Hebrew on this, because I don't want the show to be too long, okay? After 15 minutes, the show, the YouTube, I have a hard time uploading it. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So the Most High saw that wickedness was great in the earth, and in the hearts of men, or rather, every imagination of the heart was evil continually, just evil. Evil was all that they thought. In other words, you had a lot of wickedness in the earth. So I said wickedness was great in the earth. Isaiah 59:7. It says, their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. Right? Their feet run to evil. That's feet being quick to run into mischief. Did we just read that in Proverbs 6 and 18? Feet that be swift to run to mischief. It just said what? Their feet run to evil. Go to the definition of mischief. It says playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children. Playfulness that is intended to tease, mock, or create trouble, harm, or trouble caused by someone or something, a person responsible for harm or annoyance. So it's a person that's responsible for harm or annoyance that causes trouble, or like playful misbehavior or troublemaking. So it says their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, just as it was back in the beginning. That every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. See that? Wasting and destruction on their paths. The way of peace they know, the way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Right? Whosoever goeth in shall not know peace. Because why? Their feet can be quick to run to mischief as well. Just as we read in Proverbs 6 and 18. Their feet go run into evil, as you read here in Isaiah 59:7. Let's go to Jeremiah 4:22 now. It says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, meaning extremely stupid, stubborn, ignorant, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, because their feet are running into mischief. Okay, I got this up here twice. Let me X this out. So now we got that down pat. Let's get in some scriptures on examples of feet running into mischief. This is Numbers 16:1. It says, Numbers 16:1. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. See, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And that's the spirit how he just read that back in Genesis 6th chapter. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, see, they're going against Moses and Aaron. Moses, who is the top one that the Most High set up, right? They're going against them, right? They run into mischief. They're going against the order the Most High set up, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spake unto Korah and to all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him, even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. So we're going to find out who the Lord has chosen. That's what Moses is saying, right? Okay. Moses saying that to Korah. So it says, this dude take you senses, Korah and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. So this is Korah saying now. And Moses said unto Korah, hear I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the Most High of Israel. So guess what? So Korah was of Levi too. Korah was of Levi too. Let me see. Let me get more directs here. Okay, it says Korah the son of Levi, Dathan Abiram. Yep. So Korah was of Levi. Okay, so continuing on, it says, seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the Most High of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, and the sons of Levi with thee, and seek ye to the priesthood also. So now he's saying, he hath brought thee. Go back up a little bit. So Moses saying, he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also. You want the priesthood too? The Most High is only dealing with me and Aaron. For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we would not come up. And you go to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. So Dathan and Abiram was Reubenites. Okay? So when you go on, it says, verse 13. It is a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness. So they was calling Egypt the land of milk and honey, man. So it said that shows you the mentality of Jake. Jake thinking the same way about America now. To kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether prince over us. You brought us in the land of milk and honey, which is Egypt to them, but it's really the land of Israel, to bring us in the wilderness so that we could die, or rather to bring us in the wilderness so that you could be a prince over us, man, so you could rule over us. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. We're not coming up, man. And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt none of them. Have I hurt one of them? And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow, and take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers, thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And remember, Dathan and Korah, I'll keep reading. All right, we'll get to that. Dathan and Abiram, meant to say. And they took every man his censer, and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. Because remember, Dathan and Abiram said, we're not coming up. Remember that? And they fell upon their faces and said, O Most High, the power of the spirits of all flesh, Shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all congregation? So Moses is saying, Moses and Aaron saying, Lord, the Lord speaking to Aaron, um it says Moses and Aaron, excuse me, and it said they fell upon their faces, talking about Moses and Aaron, and he said to the Most High, the God of spirits of all flesh, if one man sin, you're gonna be wroth against the whole congregation. Meaning, if one man sin against you, you're gonna destroy them all. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed them. So they went to Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed them, because remember, Korah gathered all the congregation at the door of the tabernacle. So Moses went up to Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed Moses. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, because we was in the wilderness. We was dwelling in tents. So everybody that was around him saying, Moses saying, get away from them, move, get away from these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. So they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives, and their sons, and their children. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. This is going to show that the Most High have used me to do all of these great works. I haven't done it by my own mind. I haven't done it by my own power. This is with the spirit of the Most High, Yahweh, right? If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord have not sent me. So if these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, like if men visit them and kill them, then it's proof the Lord didn't send me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and with all that's the cars outside. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. So the Lord opened up the ground and swallowed them up. Then it's going to be proof that these men provoked the Lord, man, and that the Lord is with me. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them. In other words, it was a sinkhole. The ground clave, the ground split, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. So all of them was caught in a sinkhole, man, and they died. They died. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them. So they fell inside the pit, and the earth enclosed upon them. In other words, the sinkhole opened up, they fell inside the hole, and then all the rocks and all the sinkhole closed up, man. You know? Imagine an enormous hole in the ground and people falling in, and then the ground just start closing up while they're inside, man. So the ground closed up on them while they was in there. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them, But they said, "Let the earth swallow us up also." So they started to run. They said, "Let's get out of here, man, for the earth swallows us up too." And there came out a fire from the Lord and consumed 250 men that offered incense. So then those 250 men that was with Korah that offered incense, a fire came from the Lord and burned them up. That's what happens when your feet is quick to run into mischief, man. Now let's get one more scripture. Because we read the word mischief goes into playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children, right? Let's go to 2 Kings, the second chapter. I'm not going to read the whole thing. 2 Kings chapter 2, I'm going to start from verse 2 Kings 2, verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went from Elisha from Gilgal. And Elijah said unto Elisha, Tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said unto him, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they went down to Bethel. And the sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came forth to Elisha, and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thy head today? And he said, Yea, I know it. Hold your peace. He said, I know the time is coming. And Elijah said unto him, because they was prophets, they knew. The Most High had told them that they were going to take up Elijah. And Elijah said unto him, Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Jericho. And he said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they came to Jericho. He didn't want to leave because he wanted to be with Elisha when Elisha was taken up with the Lord. And the sons of the prophets that were at Jericho came to Elisha and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thy head today? And he answered, Yea, I know it. Hold your peace, meaning be quiet. And Elijah said unto him, Tarry, I pray thee here, for the Lord hath sent me to Jordan. And he says, The Lord liveth, and thy soul liveth. I will not leave thee. And they went on. And they two went on. And 50 men of the sons of the prophets went and stood to view afar off, and they stood by Jordan. And Elijah took his mantle and wrapped it together, and smote the water. Took his mantle, wrapped it together, and hit it against the waters. And they were divided hither and thither, so that they two went over on dry ground. So the waters split. Okay, the Jordan River split. And it came to pass when they were going over that Elijah said unto Elisha, Ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. And Elijah said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon thee. So he said, if anything you want me to do for you before I go, let me know. He said, I pray that the double portion of your spirit come upon me. And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so. So if you see me when it's taken away, it's going to happen. You're going to get a double portion of my spirit. But if you don't see me, it's not going to occur. You're not going to get the double portion. And it came to pass as they went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind unto heaven. That whirlwind is talking about a so-called UFO. But the world ignorantly calls UFOs, but the Bible calls them chariots or whirlwind, okay? That's what it's talking about, the chariots of fire. That's talking about a whirlwind, that UFO. It was spinning like a wind, and the horses represent power. Just as cars today are measured by what? Horsepower. And that fire was the lights of the chariot. They didn't have lights like, light bulbs back then, so they didn't say a light bulb. They didn't say like a light bulb, because they didn't exist back then. So they saw the light was like a fire unto them. Like before in the ancient world, they used lanterns, but lanterns were what? They were fire. The light was fire from a lantern, right? Now you don't got to do that. Now you use flashlights. The flashlight's a modern day lantern. They both give off light. There's one uses fire, one uses electricity. Electricity wasn't harnessed back then, okay? And the lights from a chariot, who knows what kind of element that is. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes, and rent them in two pieces. So he took his own clothes, and he rent them in two pieces, man. So now I'm going to go down, right? Go down, and it says, I'm going to start from, this is 2 Kings 2 and 21, right? And it says, this is talking about Elisha, right? And it says, and he went forth, and that answers the question that Elisha got a double portion of Elijah's spirit, because he saw Elijah when he was taken up, and he was so upset he had tore his garment, right? I told you that he had tore his garment up and rent them in two pieces. And in verse 13 is that he took up also the mantle of Elijah that fell from him, and went back and stood by the bank of Jordan. All right. And he took the mantle of Elijah that fell from him, and smote the waters, and said, see, the mantle of Elijah that fell from him. So when Elijah was casted up, when Elijah was taken up, he saw the mantle of Elijah that fell from him, man. Okay? Because when he was beamed up, like the molecular structure of his body was broken down. Like the molecular structure of his body was broken down, so to speak, and his clothes was all that was left. Okay? His clothes was all that was left. So he picked the mantle up, and it said he took the mantle of Elijah that fell from him. See, it fell from him, and smote the waters, and said, where is the Lord power of Elijah, or the Lord God of Elijah? And when he had smitten, and when he also had smitten the waters, they parted hither and thither, and Elijah went over. Okay? It's a couple. It's some more. So I'm reading like verse 2. And when the sons of the prophets which were to view at Jericho saw him, because they was watching, I told you that 50 of the sons of the prophets was watching. See that? Verse 17? They was watching when this happened. And it said, right here, where verse is that? It's verse 15. And when the sons of the prophets which were to view at Jericho saw him, they said, the spirit of Elijah doeth rest on Elisha. And they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. See, so that was a sign that he got a double portion of the spirit. Now, when you jump down, this is verse, this happened when Elisha had went to, was in a city, and the water was not, there was no water, no ground was barren. Okay? The ground was destitute of water, destitute of nutrients from the water. Okay, so I want to jump down to verse 21. And when he went forth unto the springs of waters and cast the salt in there, so Elisha went to the springs of waters and cast salt in the water. And he said, wait 1 second. All right, I'm back. Verse 21 again. 2 Kings 2 and 21. And he went forth unto the springs of waters and cast the salt in there and said, thus said the Lord, I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. So because the people was dying because there was no water, right? Okay, they was dying. So let me go back real quick. So verse 22. So the waters were healed that day according to the saying of Elisha which he spoke. So right once Elijah died, Elisha got the portion of that spirit. He just started doing miracles because he was Elijah's understudy. You know, verse 23. And you went up from thence unto Bethel, and he was going up by the way. There came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. Yeah, they was mocking him. They was being mischievous. Playful misbehavior or troublemaking, especially in children. See? Playfulness that is intended to tease, mock, or create trouble. That's what they was doing, okay? Alright, let me go back. So it says, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him, and said unto him, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head. They was calling him baldy. They was mocking him, making fun of him, being mischievous. Their feet was running into evil, right? And it says, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them, and in the name of the Lord, he cursed them in the name of the Lord, name of Yahweh, okay? Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's the name we curse him today. But Yahweh is the Most High, Yahweh Shah is the Son. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them. Their feet was quick to run into mischief. It was 42 of them that was doing this now. 42 of them. And 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore them apart, ripped them up. And he went forth thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria. So now we know about those that's quick to run into evil. So with that, I'm going to close. Hope you brothers learned something. That was Proverbs the 6th chapter, 18 verse, when the scriptures say, feet that be swift in running to mischief. So with that, I'm going to close, and I'm going to say shalom.